So here I have the Reolink Argus PT along with the Reolink solar panel, which I just put the box to the side here. So we have both of these. So let's get into unboxing these. So to start this off, the first thing you have is this. It is a 1080p Wi-Fi pan and tilt camera. It has mounting position to mount it upside down outdoors. 100% IP65 waterproof. 100% wire-free, which means that it has like a 4-week battery or something like that. And 4 week, I think it's a little longer than 4 weeks. I think it's about like a month and a half, 2 months at this point. It has a night vision, rechargeable battery through solar power, which is this optional Reolink solar panel technology. Doesn't actually say how fast it charges, but decently fast, I would assume. So let's get into this. So when you pop this open, the first thing you see is be prepared to Reolink. You take it out and it says be prepared to Reolink, and in this box there is you put this over your whatever that's called. You put this on the wall and you can drill through. You get a EU declaration thingamajigger, and you get 2 other things. You get a bunch of stickers to put around your house that say 24-hour video surveillance, and you get an operating manual. So let's just put this all back together and we'll get into the actual camera itself. So put this to the side, and then you have a piece of foam, and then this is where the beauty comes into play. So over here you have the Reolink camera, and as you can see, the Reolink logo is upside down, and that is because when you use the Reolink camera, it's meant to be like this so that you can see Reolink properly. You have your antenna, which I will install right now. Just twists on and it gives you a perfect view, and it can go like this, this, or this, whatever you want it to do. And then you have your mounting tray with hardware and a strap, I guess. So it locks and unlocks. So if I go to open, okay, so you have to unscrew it and you can open and close it and mount it, and then you can close it back together, and then it screws on like this to the wall. Now I can take the camera actually and just go like this. Makes no difference how it is because it's pan and tilt. And then I can go like this and it pans and tilts, and that's perfect. And then we have pan and tilt. So that's that piece. Let me just undo this. I'll put this back because I'm not using this piece right now. I'm actually going to be using without the piece. And then we have this. So same deal. Pop this open, be prepared to Reolink. It comes with more stickers and manuals and stuff. And then you have your foam. You have your thing with like a 10-foot cable, even more. It's crazy. And it has a mounting position itself. So you have this, and screws as your mounting style, so you can mount this anywhere. All you need to do is undo this, and then you can lift it up, and do what you need to do, twist it, tilt it like this, and it can't move now. So that's perfect for anybody that wants to mount the camera. So now that the unboxing is actually done, let's get into the rest of the video. So you've seen the review or the unboxing at this point. Now I want to talk a little bit just about this. So basically, I've been using this thing, I would say for about a month or so now. I've been using this thing. Now it's nice. Like, I've used a security camera before, not a pan and tilt one. That's my thing right now. I haven't used really a pan and tilt one. So it pans and it tilts. I'm not going to really turn it too much, but it does pan and tilt. And then it has this, which gives it a very nice range. And everything about that's great. Now,
it works as intended, 1080p, can zoom in, you can do stuff, and I was able to go correctly. Now, if you pan and tilt all the way up like this, around the other direction, you get a micro SD card slot. So, if I take one of my handy dandy SD cards, which I actually took this out because I needed the SD card from here. There's also an online service, we'll talk about that soon. I go like this, I plug it in, and boom, you've got as much local storage as you can handle. Now the nice thing about this is it's over here, so it's not like open when you have it up like this, upside down, or even this way. You can pan and tilt still, up and down, it's still hidden. You have your power switch for on and off. And then over here you have a watertight sealed charger, which works with this actually right here, this panel. It doesn't charge the fastest, but if I were to plug this in right now like this, plug it in micro USB, sadly not USB-C, and then I take and I squish this in, you've got somewhat of an airtight seal. This is waterproof. I hate these logos, but this just came off anyway, whatever. This is somewhat of a watertight seal. I wouldn't trust it fully in water, but it works. And this thing charges. So I had this thing plugged in for 3 days. It was at 40% when I got it. 3 days later, it was at 100%, and then overnight, it didn't really go down. And then it went up. And it went up to 100%. So, as surprisingly, it was actually very, very good. I actually liked this thing. It's not the fastest. Like if I plug in a speaker, for example, at a beach with this thing, it won't be the best. Now, the pan and tilt is actually quite good in this thing. So if I turn this thing on, if I go back into power it on again, which it is on and probably dead at this point, and I open up my Reolink app. So the app interface itself is pretty interesting. So we have this device, it comes tilt and all this other stuff, and then we have our app interface. So if I open up Reolink right here, here's the app interface. It opens straight up to my camera, as you can see. Hello, me. And this is it. So by default for the cloud, if you go to cloud storage, there is a free plan, although it does not auto update. So right here, it shows that the plan lasts until November 3rd, 2021. My only problem with this plan is once the plan is over, it doesn't auto renew. So anything I had in that 1 gigabyte of space over here, completely gone and dead. That's my problem. And then you have your devices. I can go here, click on settings, and it shows me my battery, network, display. It shows me motion camera, email alerts, push notifications, siren is off. So now we have the loading stream. Now, you can see I'm on this side right here. As you can see, I just scratched my head. As you can see, I'm waving. This is the camera, a bit delayed. Not the end of the world, so I can pause the stream, play it, click on high to fluent, loading stream, and it's not like it gets so much worse that it's horrible. I'm gonna wave again, over here, and that's still. So low isn't really anything I would use. I'm fine with 1080p, and then I can do recording, picture, and I can speak. I can do talk, hello, 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 hello there, hello. So I can speak to it. I can do volume. I can move this back, as you can see here. Now let me just do this. So if I click back over here, it brings me here. I can do pan. Ta-da! There's you, and I can move this downwards. Now, if I go like this, as you can see, quite good here. This is always going to be a bit delayed, but quite here. I can go like this, I can go like that. And just looking here at all the highlights that we have my video camera light up here. And yes, it is blown out, but just look around the rest of it. See how if I go like this, and I just move back even a tiny bit, my hand isn't the most blurred out. Like, it looks fine. Like, it actually can handle. Like, I know this is very, very bright, but everything else around it can be handled. The lens is, I think it's a high quality lens. I think it's up there. Just gonna wipe it. But I do think it's up there. I think it's a highish quality lens here. It's great. It has a speaker here. And everything about this part of it is great. Like, the app is fine and stuff. And don't know much to talk about with the app. You have all of your functions. You have push to talk. You have playback. So anytime you have a video, you can actually load it here, which can do. You have 1 time, 2 time, and you have select a file to download. And there's that. So if I put this SD card back in my camera here, so if I take this and I move it around and I go like this, there. Now there's an SD card in this camera. Now, if I go here and I click settings, there is a spot under the device info where either you can upgrade your device, it auto upgrades through the software. If I go to storage, it says not detected. Please cut off power and insert an SD card. So that's what you need to do. So it's not like a hot swap SD card, which is actually a good thing. So if I go like this, and then I go like this, and turn it off and on, it will take a second, but it will detect that there is an SD card in the camera. And I gotta let it load the device info again. Failed to obtain configuration. Storage, as you can see right here, 404 of 595, or 59.5, whatever. If I go back to playback, there are a bunch of different things. So if I click here and I click start playback, you can see this move around. And if I go through to an old, there are no videos in this month, none in this month, none in this month. As you can see, there are 2 days right here where there are videos this month. So if I go to the 20th and the 21st, let me just go like this, click back, and I'll click done. No videos on this day, let's click done. Now, this was taken a while ago on this camera actually. And this was during a time when there were rockets flying around. Now, as you can see, there was movement. I moved the camera around manually, and it worked. Streaming through this thing is fast. There's a bunch of times when I could actually see stuff being thrown, and then you do that. So you have a lot of control over here. And the camera itself, overnight, this camera actually lasted me a whole day, or a whole month. So if this camera got unplugged at any point in time, it would warn you that it's unplugged, and it would give you a whole, the whole couple of days to a week to a month, because basically when I plug this thing into the into that solar panel, it works. It goes to 100% in the sun. Pretty fast. So it was on 60%, and then by the end of the day it was on 100, and then overnight it didn't get a charge. I saw it go down to 99. By the morning it was back up to 100%, so it wasn't like you were losing a lot of information here. So it was actually quite good. I actually thought this was good. Now it comes with mounting hardware, so you can mount it upside down, and then it will pan and tilt like this, and then you can do like that. So if you do pan and tilt, and you do it again to the other side, this SD card slot thing will never be exposed. So no one can just go and say, let me take this SD card so you can't see me. No, that will never be exposed. No one will be able to do that. Unplugging it's on top, so no one will be able to do that either. My one complaint about this whole setup software thing is the fact that when you have this cloud storage, it needs to have an option to automatically renew every month so you do not lose your recordings. Like, I lost recordings that I had on this cloud, all because it didn't renew for me automatically. I don't want to have to go into my camera every single month just to click renew cloud storage. I want it to renew automatically. So the whole point of cloud storage is that you don't have to worry and it's always on the cloud. But if you don't renew your cloud storage, there's no point in it. Although, all in all, I do like this camera. I think it's a great camera. I recommend it to people. This has a great range to it. And if you did like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and so always enjoy the rest of your day.